Right, so I have returned once again today, after my day's absence, to cover some more Sangatsu no Lion. This stream we are doing from chapters 46 to 50, because I thought volume 5... Scared me. Yeah, so as I said beforehand, I'll turn my headphones off because it's getting really freaking hot in my room. Yeah, so we were doing from 46 to 50 because last stream we actually ended the anime, so now we're heading into completely unknown territories, at least for me. I haven't actually read beyond this point, so I have no idea what to expect. I know it's going to be a lot of depression, so it's probably going to be the main thing we want to take away from this whole entire manga. But yeah, I was originally going to finish off Volume 5 today, but I realised Volume 5 I thought ends on 51, but it actually ends on 54, I think? So I was like, oh, it's actually gone way beyond what I imagined it to be. So I actually have to finish off the rest of the volume another stream, because there's actually about 8 or 9 still to go until the end. So yeah, that was an interesting thing. I was like, oh, okay. I thought we could end this volume today, but no. Because I know now the anime premieres on October 14th, so I actually have until then to actually get caught up enough to actually kind of be in the good spots when it comes to the manga, because I want to kind of get to at least volume 8, most volume 10 probably. I think there's actually 12 volumes I actually possess right now in my possession. So yeah, enough of me going off tangents. Let's actually begin at chapter 46, where we know things are getting interesting now, especially with Rei's actual kind of life, which is the main thing now. Hopefully actually get some more context on what's going on with him in school as well, because school was kind of a main focal point, I'm guessing, going forward, because it did seem like it was going to be. Anyway, let's begin. Plus I like this manga as well. This manga's freaking great. So I just heard something in my room just then. I thought, what the hell was that? Which is my imagination. So, May. Club activities for the Shoko Club have finally got underway. Could you just hold on a moment? Is it okay if I look at a book while we're doing this? Go ahead. Approach with the intention of surrounding the king, eh? So for me, this was pretty much my first time at a school club. So if I move this like this, but if I do that, the Kaku will get captured, so I lost. Sigh. Also just realised these characters are actually some of the best ones in Sangatsu as well. Like, there's actually seen more of them, it's actually amazing. So, I never knew that defeat could be this painful. Huff, huff. I won. I guess because I was never responsible for such severe wins and losses on a daily basis, and I can't believe that I have to see through the loss by declaring it myself. I guess because I was never responsible for such severe wins and losses on a daily basis, and I can't believe that I have to see through the loss by declaring it myself. So I thought I'd reread it just because I read it wrong. I did actually read that bit wrong. And even reading books to try to strengthen my strategy, my opponents have used attacks completely different from what the books say. I don't know what to do anymore. With 3 Fu in hand, look at the joining Fu attack or an edge attack. A flying K falls prey to a Fu. A Fu anchored kin is more solid than a rook. Rock, not rook. That word always catches me off guard. I always say rock when I say rook. I always get that one wrong. It's one that always catches me off guard. Drop the ko at a distance. And also, even if I work on a counter strategy, my opponent is just going to come up with a counter strategy. So then I have to come up with a counter strategy. Is there no end to it all? Well, I guess there really isn't. Oh man. If it's not already obvious, the opponent isn't going to move exactly as the book says for you. You should be moving forward by being aware of the general concepts. First, if the opponent uses climbing Gin, your goal is to promote your Hisha, so try to do that. While you're doing that, be careful to avoid getting your pieces captured. So, what do I do after I promote? The ultimate goal is to capture the opponent's Osama, so then you surround your opponent's Osama with as many allies as possible. I cover you, senpai. So yeah, I love the fact they actually still keep the cat motif going as well. The cat motif with the how to teach shogi. It's actually so freaking great. I know I can't count on. I know I can count on you anyway. It's so freaking great. But if I bring a lot of allies with me, then my own castle will be weaker, won't it? Yes, you realised that, didn't you? That is correct. That's true because you have a limited number of allies. But on the other hand, if you're using all your manpower to defend your attack will be too weak. The balance of attacking and defending is one of the eternal themes of shogi. Ah, Gin-san, hold on, come back, come back. I want some of the glory for myself. Hand over your old summon, yeah. I wish one day they actually make an actual game of Sangatsu no Line, but it's just the cats, and it's a shogi board, but with the cats. It'd be the greatest thing ever. It literally would. If they actually make an app just like that, I'll be the most happiest person on earth. So it has to be done. It has to be done now. I will fund it myself if possible. If I don't have the money to fund an entire video game, but you never know. Alas, one man can dream. So after that, all you can do is play a lot and learn. And nowadays you can't play on the internet and that sort of thing And nowadays you can play on the internet and that sort of thing rather than just read books. So you can enjoy the game comfortably at home. Kiriyama! Could you kick this guy's ass a little for me? Boss, please beat this guy. I'm gonna lose at this rate. I don't know what my next move should be. I want to knock him down to 2 sides. Please try to come up with something on your own. What? That's so cold, Kiriyama. Can you still call yourself my former pupil? Cheating is bad. Would you be okay with me cheating on a test? You wouldn't, right? You wouldn't, right? Understand? I don't want to hear logical arguments like that right now. It's not just a logical argument, it's a rule, right? You're not a kid after all. Well, let's keep playing, unless you want to play a whole lot, and don't get too afraid of losing. You won't develop your intuition. Are you telling me to get used to losing? No, you can't get used to it either. If losing isn't frustrating, then you'll end up not learning anything. Hey, the truth is being spoken. The truth has been spoken. I actually quite like that. That's actually a nice little bit of truth. How good at the games do we have to get before we can say goodbye to this feeling of frustration? Well, even if you get really good, if you meet with someone even better, you'll lose. When that happens, it gets so frustrating that it'll make your intestines turn upside down. There's no end to it. Nope, it's always frustrating, always painful, except when you win. The better you get, the more frustrating it is to lose, or rather, the more times you spend on it, the more it hurts to lose. So the more you progress, the more it hurts. Hey, hold on a second, Kiriyama. Do you enjoy playing shogi? Enjoy? 5 seconds passed, 10 seconds passed. The background is a montage. 20 seconds passed. Hey now, Kiriyama-kun, would you like some tea? This is Adelaide tea I made from the Adelaides I picked up from the vacant lot behind the school. You really were serious about that self-sufficiency thing, huh, Noguchi? I've also got a coffee made from dandelion roots, if you like. Don't you think at this point you're more into agriculture than chemistry? I'm going to go take a quick bathroom break. Oh, that'll be the Yokuin in the Adelaide. Quite a diuretic effect it has. Hurry back, so this is when the nice stuff happens. This is the nice stuff of Sangatsu no Line, not the kind of sad parts we always see. The Meijin Championship starts on BS at 4 o'clock. Ah, okay, I'll be quick. But I had not realised. So Kiriyama-kun has already been living the life of a pro. So Kiriyama-kun has already been living the life of a pro, has he? Kiriyama-kun is already living in that severe world of wins and loses. They say the best guy out of there is Soya Meijin. He's got a 70% winning record, so he loses 3 out of 10 times. Yes, I've heard of that man. He previously won 7 crowns, did he not? On one of his games is being broadcasted today. Yeah, the second game of the Meijin Championship. In the first game, he lost to the challenger Kumakura. The better you get, the more frustrating losses are, huh? Then why when somebody at his level loses, I wonder what goes on in his mind. Oh, it started. This is the first day of the game. I can't speak properly apparently. This is the first day of the game 2 of the 69th Meijin Championship. There we are. I said it. I goddamn said it. This morning we'll begin by observing the players as they enter the room. 8:53 the challenger Kumakura Kingo, ninth Dan, has entered. 8:55 Soya Meijin has entered. The game's start time is 9 AM. Game 2 will commence momentarily. Soya-kun sure looks like he's having fun, eh? I'm jealous. Hey now, hold your horses, I said. Oh, hold your horses. I said in the Kisho Championship, Soya's gonna be coming to meet you as a challenger. Oh, scary. I can't wait for that. 'Cause that Soya-kun, he's got a cute face, but when he's on the attack, he aims to break bones. Well, that's because you're always using those moves like you're casually testing your opponent. Ah, sorry. Seriously, teasing then. What do you mean teasing? I'm always serious. Haha. If you're going to win a head-to-head brawl, you need to throw some punches, right? Jeez, that's physically really tough. Well, we are coming up on our 60th birthdays after all. Even if they use their techniques with all they've got, they won't get hurt. Even if they hit at full strength, they'll hit back with about the same level of power. So you gotta expect that when he's hitting Kumakura, yeah. Soya's gotta be pretty happy, right? And the same goes for Kumakura. Those two, they think that even if they slug their opponent with all they've got, they're just up against some toy that won't break. But man, they're picturesque, those two. A thought crossed my mind. I wonder if somewhere right now Shimada-san is watching over these two. In the classroom dyed red by the western sun. That person on the screen looked just a little like he was, smiling. Oh man, there we are. Oh man. Why is my husbando always in this, like, where's the justice for Shimada? Where's the justice for Shimada, I tell you? Where's the justice for Shimada? I don't know. I want to know where it is because I want it. I want that justice for my boy. For my boy. Oh man. So 47 Ramune. Man, this manga hits you in the feels quite a bit, doesn't it? I'm telling you, it's like it was a nice bit of happiness, then bam! It's like, ow! It's like whiplash of depression when you read this manga, because it just hits you like out of freaking nowhere. You're like, oh my god, So that's where my emotions have been this whole entire time. Oh, that's where it's been. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Damn this manga. Damn this manga, it's impeccable writing. Damn it all. Whoa. With his bare hands? Whoa, did he just devour 3 cakes? And that intense gaze was glued to the board the whole entire time. He's licking his lips. Licking! What a hearty eater. So it's quite a strange scene. If I could, like, my throat doesn't give out randomly for a sentence. I don't know. In the middle of this serious battle, dressed in sharp traditional outfits, they suddenly start eating snacks. And you also need to consider that this is being broadcasted nationwide, if I can say the word. Well, that's because the brain is the biggest eater of all of the organs in the body, and it can only get nourishment from glucose. For something like shogi, you want the brain in top gear, but soya is... Huh, it's quite interesting. How many sugar cubes did he just put in? That goes straight to replenishing energy in the brain. And the lemon slices, did he put 3 in? Citric acid for recovering from fatigue and sugar for the brain energy. That's too direct. We should expect nothing less for an Amazing Championship. These people really are monsters, in more ways than one. Cake, huh? Sounds nice. That's what you're interested in. It's actually fantastic, the fact that actually, at the most things, they're interested in how they're eating and what they're eating. I actually quite like that. Do you think it's one of the things that people don't really concentrate on too much? Because it's one of those, I guess it's one of those important things, but no one really concentrates on it. But here they're like, wait a minute, that person's eating like that. Why is he eating like that? How many cubes do you put in that tea? I don't understand what's going on here. I actually quite like the idea. It's actually kind of bringing light to something that people don't really concentrate on. 3 cakes gone, just like that. That's quite an interesting eating style, Kuma-chan. It's already famous at this point how during the Meijin Championship broadcasts they eat like this. They always show snack time, and Kuma-chan's drinking style is quite something else as well. He's the man who emptied a bottle of sweet potato shochu with cake as sumami, right? Yeah, I actually read that correctly the first time. I'm so proud of myself. So proud. I'm so proud of myself. It's a small victories I get, yeah. It's the small victories. On the other hand, when it comes to soya, he's quite a bland man, isn't he? And I'll bet you think those are sugar cubes, right? They're not. Huh? They're glucose. Whoa? What? Honestly? Then those are just fuel for his brain. He really is bland. That's just like him, though. They do sell them now. Soft ones formed into cube shapes. You can get them at pharmacies or convenience stores. You sure know a lot about them. Soya, he asked for them in Kyoto the other day. He'd run out, so he wanted me to go and buy him some more. Kyoto, the Sushio Championship, right? The one with Shimada. I guess to make Shimada surrender, he needed to use quite a bit of brain work and stamina. Despite it looking easy, since he went 4-0, I guess the ones being chased are pretty desperate too. The brain's the biggest eater. Huh? That's right, Kiriyama-kun. Do you know what ramune is made of? Huh? No. Glucose and starch. Glucose? Plus, you can make it yourself. It's easy. You want to try? The broadcast for the first day is over anyway. I'm sure we still have those ingredients around. Why do you have stuff like that here? I did an experimental food sampling for last year's bazaar. Seriously, natto rice crops, Adelaide tea. You guys are doing nothing but eating, aren't you? Haha, it's science. It all relates back to science. First, we take some finely crushed glucose and sift it well. Then we add a potato starch and water the beaker. If that's all we use, if that's all we used, if that's okay, if I can say the words, brain, please. If that's all we used, it would have no taste. So we add in some citric acid. That will make it sour and make it more refreshing. Then we mix it together and heat it up a bit. Is it okay to use so little of the citric acid? There may not be much of it, but it's ultra sour. Then we mix that with the glucose. Knead it well, then roll it nice and tight. And there, done. Huh? Ready? Already? Then we cut it into little slices like this. And if we let it air dry, it'll be perfect. It's not fully hardened yet, but go ahead. Oh, you're right, it's ramune. That's amazing. I never knew you could make ramune this way. If you were that surprised by it, Kiriyama-kun, it looks like the experiment was worth doing, huh? He's so goddamn cool. I love him. Okay, would you like to make some with baking soda in it? Baking soda? Sodium bicarbonate, carbonic acid. That will make it fizzy like soda. Can I try it? Yes, go ahead. Isn't it great, Kiriyama-kun? It looks like you've begun to understand what makes science so wonderful. Is this science? Of course it is. Oh man, this is actually making me tear up slightly. It's actually so beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful moments in this manga so far. Yes. Don't put it in too much water. This much? Yes. Okay, get mixing. Kiriyama, you're surprisingly awkward, aren't you? Did I put in too much water? Kiriyama, are you a little kid? Why are you moving your right and left hand in the same way? I bet you can't make a triangle with your left hand and make a square with your right hand at the same time, right? I can do that. Really? Kiriyama-kun, it's okay, we just need to add more glucose. We can salvage it. Okay, get mixing. Huh? What is this? I'm part of a club. I'm laughing and talking at school. Okay, let's give it a taste test. Kiriyama-kun. The ramune, it's sweet. And when I put it in my mouth, it falls apart. And I felt a lump in my throat as it dissolved. Kiriyama, this is way better with baking soda. This recipe produces a more invigorating taste, as I thought. Could I take some of this home with me? If I wasn't careful, it felt like something was going to spill from my eyes. With every ounce of my being, I held it back. I wrapped the rest of the ramune in some scrap notebook paper and put it in my backpack. I thought that if I gave some to Hina-chan and Momo-chan, they might enjoy it. I'd go and see him. Across that bridge, and then about how to make ramune. This is actually getting me. Holy crap, this is actually beautiful. About club activities, about Noguchi-senpai, and about Sensei. It's Ray-chan, welcome, it's Ray-chan. I hope they'd listen to all my stories. 47 end. That was beautiful. Why did you get me at the end of that chapter? I'm only like 2 chapters in, I'm already like tearing up. Oh boy, this is actually a beautiful manga. Wow, this is... Okay, here we go. Did I miss some? I was gonna say, did I miss something on the back? Because 9 out of 10 times I had like 14 pages worth of just, this is what that actual food is. I was like, oh, okay. I actually like reading these bits because you actually learn quite a bit. You would not have known beforehand. Okay, so page 76. A sumami is a snack accompanying alcohol, intended to encourage thirst but also prevent becoming drunk too quickly, much like the Western custom of serving nuts or pretzels with beer. Glucose tablets are primarily used to treat low blood sugars in diabetics. They are formulated to deliver glucose to the There we are. Deliver glucose to the bloodstream faster than table sugar, but only if eaten directly. Dissolved in tea, glucose tablet is no different than a sugar cube that has been dissolved in tea. Page 78. Ramune is a carbonated drink famous for its glass bottle sealed with a marble. This chapter, however, refers to a hard candy which has the same flavour and a fizzy effervescence of the drink. Man, I think they do sell them over here as well in England. I believe they I have no idea whether or not it's all around the world exactly the same way, but they sell Lucozade. Lucozade is basically glucose. Like, it's a drink primarily, but actually then they made it into actual like cubes. So it's glucose cubes. I didn't know because I think at one point I was told to take some because I had a random dizzy spell. Like, oh, you need some glucose. I was like, oh, I never knew that. And I actually got told they actually have to sell the sweet version of it. I was like, did not know that. Interesting. Thank you, pharmacy. I did not know that beforehand. They're basically exactly the same as taking a drink, though, because a drink, I think, has very freaking high glucose anyway, so it's actually no different. But still, it's actually kind of neat that you can just buy them as cubes. I thought, you know what? Kind of cool. But alas, that's just random bit of my life that I've experienced. Anyhow, so I'm 48 now. I think we've got like 3 chapters to go until like 50 now. I think probably what I'll do is next, I think it'd be 51 to 54, I believe. So it'd be 51, 52, 53, 54. It'd be 4 chapters. It'd be slightly less than usual, but it's just getting the volume done because apparently this volume is a lot longer than I imagined. I thought it'd be 50. I thought it only goes to 51, but it goes to 54. I was like, oh, okay. Anyhow, so chapter 48, Disorder. I believe we're still on. I think we're on volume 5 anyway. So I think volume 6 starts afterwards. I think, if I remember correctly, 4 was the ending of the anime, but 5 kind of finished it off. Which was kind of like a bit confusing because otherwise in this one marked up completely. It's really confusing how it's done. Like, damn it. So I had to like kind of change up a lot of the things I was doing. What is this? I don't understand. I've been spending every day preparing my mind for the day I face you in a game, and I made it into C1, the same class as you. So why am I not going up against you here either? So then, do you get cold feet, Kiriyama? So loud. I wonder what happened. We had way more matches in shogi tournaments as elementary school kids, don't you think? Becoming pros was totally pointless. Seriously, no matter what we do now... I actually can't speak. No matter what we do now, short of you and I becoming the champions of Block A and Block B and going up against each other in the finals, the year will end without us going up against each other at a single time. This was just a thought, but Kiriyama, you're not thinking something stupid like it's a newcomer championship, so all my opponents are going to be newcomers anyhow, right? Don't sell it short just because it's a newcomer championship. I'm not selling it short. I love these two. I say about every single character's manga, but it's just every single character is so bloody well written that it's just you can't help but love their dynamic they share. You need to take it seriously, Kiriyama. Arrogance leads to ruin. Sup. Party intrusion. Hey, Kiriyama. The move's been made. Kuma-kun, 9 Dan, 27 Fu. Okay, at this point in the game... Yeah... Oh, God, that's I don't think I've said that word beforehand. Alright, so, Yanagihara Kisho. Which would you rather go up against? Soyamation or Kumakata 9th Dan? Well, I'd rather not go up against either of them. No, you're being arrogant. I can't even say the words arrogant. In fact, I'd say you're flaunting your success. What have I done to make you say that? Everything. The prodigy that debuted in middle school, destined to become a Meijin, You've been relying on that sort of reputation. Well, in a word, disorder. Right now, I can't tell which one's better. Isn't there something you can do about that? We can't put an answer like that on the web. Then how about the final game of the Meijin Championship will be one for the record books? Yanagihara Sensei. Jeez, so noisy. Issa Smith, would you send them off? Yes, right away. Yes, sir, understood, sir. Huh? Me too? Jeez. Youngsters are always whining. Don't fight with your mouths, do it with shogi. Honestly. Oh, so you played 3-7 He, eh? Hey now, it's good to see some enthusiasm, isn't it? I'd wish he'd share some of that enthusiasm with his senior. Shimura-san, right? He really had no ambition lately, just sort of wandering. Kinda makes you wonder what's going on with him. In the Kisho Championship preliminaries, he was doing these moves that just seemed so unlike him. You'd think Soya-san sucked out his soul. Haha, right? It even kinda seems like his shadow's thinning out. Actually, I'd say it's not just his shadow that's thinning. Hey, come on now. Must be nice to be so carefree when you had nothing to do with those title matches. Goto. Oh no! He's here! He's here! Oh no! Get him out of here! Get him out! Man is scary. Man is not nice for this manga right now. Don't need him. Please leave. Please leave. Rather than worrying about other people's mental health, a shogi player worries about his career being over without even being able to be in a title match. Try being more concerned about our own lives. That man. Goto. Now you're going too far. Oh, Kumakura went with 3-6 Gin, as I thought he would attack here. This is another good move. Shit. Just let it go. Let's go. Now look what you did. They left. What do I care? Maybe they're going to the bathroom. What's going on with the atmosphere in here? Everything's suddenly got so cold. Anybody who is knocked off during a title match, they'll be in rough shape for a while. That is a matter of fact. At this rate, I'm doomed. That is what they're thinking between matches. So then, they go to pieces for a little while. Because they're trying to build themselves back up from square one. It's the same for everyone. Well, by everyone, I mean those who experienced it. Specifically, you can just leave Shimura alone. He'll start winning again on his own. I just get disgusted looking at people who never get in the ring and do nothing but heckle on the sidelines. Jesus freaking Christ. Honestly, you're always as point as a knife, hurting everything that touches you. Sheesh. Always acting so jagged. Because I'll be more of an adult, won't you? Oh jeez. So we're still never been in a title match. So how are they doing on time? This is Side Soya. Oh, how they're doing on time? Is this Side Soya? Jeez, you really don't listen to people when they talk, do you? Kuma just crossed the 1 hour mark. Ray, I'm scared. Don't go near my sister anymore. You're married, aren't you? What are you thinking? Anybody that can't cherish their family is trash. Trash, huh? What's next? Am I unforgivable? What? Who are you? God? This is good. This is bad. Do you get to decide all of it? Huh. I don't understand. To me, humans are disorder incarnate. The Goto that stood up for Shimura-san, and the Goto that's causing my sister all that pain are living in the same body. I don't know whether... Oh, he moved. So your 3-9 food promotion, what? Can he make it in the same time? Same time with that? Then, if he comes in with 8 free kaku, then I should hate him, or... What, you going, Goto? I have a game tomorrow. Don't make Koda cry too much. This is getting heavy. This is getting heavy. It's getting heavy a bit now. Not liking this a bit. Not liking it. Not liking it. Right. Why are you always doing a Neo Dachi pose? And Neo? Are you calling me a demon or something? Ah, so you're aware of it. Something's wrong, Kiriyama? For some reason, I suddenly felt like... No, it's nothing. Kyoko was right beside me. The last time we met was in March, although I did think about calling her a cell phone. When I reached my hand down to get my phone, I stopped. What would I talk about? Speaking of right beside, the one who was actually next to me. It looks like it can come apart easily. It looks like it can get incredibly mixed up. But in a word, and then Yanagihara-san paused for a second and muttered, "It's disorder." Chapter 48 end. Oh boy, it's getting heavy in here a bit again. I'm not liking this. Not liking it. I don't want this depression, okay? I don't want this sadness. At least we saw a different side of Goto than we've seen beforehand. Like, kind of a bit more of a kind of considerate side, I guess. Like, it's not saying much. It's not kind of changing our perception on him. Like Ray says, we kind of like, do we hate him or do we like him now? Because he kind of, yeah, he has his points. Like everyone technically does. Like you get those characters in manga and anime that are complete arseholes, but then randomly they just kind of have some sense of compassion. You're like, fracking hell, do I hate him now? Like, it's that whole entire thing. I think Gintama does it quite well, like, the fact that you kind of hate a character so goddamn much until the point that it goes like that, and you change. You're like, I don't hate him any longer. Like, because he actually does have a compassionate side. I think Goto technically does have that. Don't get me wrong. It's not like, he's not the greatest character in the universe. He's not a great person, but at the same time, you've seen a different side of him a little bit more than usual. Like, it's a nice consolation prize, basically, for his character. It's one of those things that I've seen a lot in Gintama. Gintama does it quite well. The whole entire thing, like every single bad guy that's pretty much been in this manga, been in Gintama so far, really has had their points when they've kind of just changed, and you're kind of like, okay, well, I don't hate him any longer because now I know more about him and I know more about his different side that I just don't think I can hate him any longer as much as I did beforehand. I mean, I think the current Shogun in Gintama had that moment as well. Like, I think later into the manga, I haven't read it, but later into the manga, he actually does have that moment where you're like, I can't hate him. He has a different side. I mean, every single character apparently does have that moment in Gintama, but it's kind of a nice thing to get. Like, you just need those kind of things sometimes to kind of it kind of humanizes someone slightly. That's what I'm trying to get at. It kind of humanizes the character just a slight bit more than usual. Like, you don't technically like him like all the time, but it's just a nice consolation prize. I think Utsura had it a little bit, but don't get me wrong, I don't think Utsura had it all the time. Like, he just had that little bit, like the tiniest bit. Like, it's just a smidgen of compassion. I was like, oh, okay, but it was like, well, I wouldn't say compassion at all anyway. He's not really a compassionate character, but I don't know. He had that moment a little bit. You just knew more about him. You kind of like, well, I understand where his hatred came from. With him, you just understand now a little bit more that he actually does have a compassionate side. I mean, he stood up for Shimada-san a little bit as well. It's kind of like, wow, Anyway, chapter 49. Let's begin. So 69th Meijin Championship, Game 7 Day 2. This heated battle that has been drawn out to the maximum number of games has finally reached the final game. Finally today, a conclusion will be reached. Chapter 49, Kumakura. After their dinner break, both players have a little available time left, yet both have looks of composure on their faces. Will Soya Meijin maintain a title of Meijin for the 5th time in a row, bringing his total number of periods as Meijin up to 11? Or will Kumakura Kengo, 9th Dan, a challenger who has faced Soya Meijin in 4 consecutive championships, claim the title? Ooh. And here we have Soya Meijin's move, 4-4 Kaku. Well now, what do you think of that? Suji-san, would you care to commentate? Well, this is quite a surprising move. I wonder what he's thinking with that move. He didn't go with 3-7 Kaku promote, or 3-7 Ryu. It looks like he handed over the move. I don't see any particular point to it. That's because this is a free-for-all battle. It's like saying there you are, go ahead and think about that. I've seen it happen. I'm sure Soya-kun has become unsure of himself as well. I know how you feel. Then, at the current state of things, does that mean that Kumakura, 9th Dan, has the advantage? That's what you're thinking, right? For Kumakura 9th Dan, it should be a dodge move here. I think that's what he'll play soon. Wait, this move. What the hell was that notification? Ah. Got a notification on my watch. I was like, what the hell was that? I surrender. Huh? A resignation? Kumakura 9th Dan resigns? Resigns? Huh? Hold on, just like that? Soya Meijin defends his title. Hey, cameras! We don't even have an observer in there. Kumakura resigned. I told you he resigned. Please hurry. Huh? He resigned? Here? Just like that? Kumakura-san, why? Aren't you being a bit hasty? Those are still moves you can... I mean, I thought you were clearly in a lead. No, he's matted in exactly 17 moves. Oh wow. Just like that. So 1-5 Gyoku. It's true. 1-4 Fu, 1-6 Gyoku. Nobody noticed it, but when you play it out, it's true. There's no more moves he can play, no matter how he maneuvers, everything's ineffective. Soya played brilliantly. I didn't train enough. That says it all. All there is to do now is battle my way through the ranked matches for another year, in order to sit here again. Oh man, he's so freaking cool. How can he be so composed? He just finished a free-for-all maximum number of games. I want to have a style like that. Kengo sure is cool. Is it a coincidence? He keeps making it through the den of... He keeps making it through the den of demons. That is the A-class rank matches, starting over from the beginning every year. And he says that he'll be sitting there again next year. Sorry it took so long. Okay, so toner and toner moisturizer, and while I was there, they brought out a new hydrating cream, so I got that too. This should be more than enough. Yeah. Sorry, if I go into places like this, I won't be able to stop sneezing. See ya. Thanks a lot. You want me to come with you? I'll give you a proper thanks next time. Bye. To Central Hospital. Hey, I'm here. Misako. Oh well, here we go. Oh wow. That one hit me heavy. That one hit me hard. I don't think beforehand hand in this manga we ever seen his wife. I don't think you've ever seen her at all. Oh well, are they actually trying to undemonize Goto right now? I mean, he's not the greatest character in the universe. I'm still saying it now. Like, he's not a brilliant man. But stop making me care for him. Stop it. My heart's breaking. Damn it. I hate when mangas do this to me. You took so long. Why are you here? Well, I went to get these for you. I mean, you were always building up too many receipts. Receipts? You mean from my wallet earlier? That's enough. Get up. I'm going to throw you into a taxi. I don't wanna. I'm gonna sleep at your place. Not gonna happen. If I did that, I know for a fact you attack me. Attack? I would never do such a thing. 98% hit the nail on the head. Fine then. I'm going home, okay? Good. Will you see me to the taxis at least? Okay, fine. Could I just put the dry cleaning inside first? Okay, sure. Wow, jeez. See, I'm telling you, it's happening. My compassion for his character is slowly kind of... It's like 10% currently. No matter what you say, your defenses are weak, aren't they? That's why I was able to That's why I was able to take advantage of you. Whatever, just go home. I'm tired. Okay, then sleep. Go ahead. Don't mind me. Fine, whatever. Such a pain. Come here. Hey. What the hell is this? Good night. Huh? Hold on. What the hell? Untie me. What do you think you're doing? My clothes are gonna get wrinkly. And my makeup. I need to take it off. Hey. There are big bags under his eyes. He probably hasn't been sleeping well for a long while. His face is pale. Jeez. I just can't get mad at him. You idiot. After seeing his face like that the next day. Oh god, my heart. My heart. You know what? I'm actually proud of his manga. I actually care for Goto a little bit now. His character isn't so bad anymore. Like, you kind of see a different... That's the thing. I like when a manga does that. It kind of... You're meant to hate a character. Like, you hate someone with an undying passion. Like, you could just hurl a brick at his face, if you could. But then it shows a different side of him. You're like, okay, well, I take it back. I won't throw a brick at your face anymore. Like, I won't do it. Like, yes, the beginning part of the manga, you still were a complete douche. But now I see a different side of you. Like, it's kind of one of those things. I love when a manga does that. And I think it's actually done exquisitely here. Like, in essence, you're seeing a different side of Goto that you've never seen beforehand. The kind of what goes on behind closed doors kind of Goto. Because of this whole entire point, you've just seen him be a complete idiot. Not a nice person. Yes, the events in this chapter doesn't really change him too much, but it humanizes him slightly. You just see a different side of him. Someone who just, I don't know how to explain it. Just, I don't know. It's horrible because he's going through quite a lot himself, but at the same time, the way that he kind of exerts everything else, it kind of just, don't know. It's that kind of thing that you just don't know how to actually explain it, because it's kind of one of those things that, I don't know. But yeah, that's what I'm saying, at least. But yeah, I mean, congratulations to manga for actually kind of tackling his character and actually kind of demonizing him and actually humanizing him to a point that you kind of do feel a little bit compassion towards him. Like, you just see a person who's kind of in his own way weak. Like, he is a weak character. Like, in essence, look what Kyoko did. She actually took advantage of him in this moment. Like, he's someone who probably hasn't felt the warmth of his wife this whole entire time. It's just he wants to cling to someone as well. Like, in essence, that's why he hugs Kyoko like that. Because again, he might be in the same shoes as Kyoko is right now. He might at this point in his life not feel the same compassion he did beforehand, which actually is kind of terrible for his character. That's why maybe this whole entire thing happens. Maybe that's why Kyoko's still with him as well, because she understands his own pain as well. In essence, maybe there's a mutual agreement there somewhere. Maybe he doesn't want it to happen, but he knows he has no one else. That's the kind of major thing with his character as well. I don't know. That's how I see things a little bit. It's kind of great they're tackling this kind of storyline as well of his characters. Hopefully, we actually do get to see more of it, because it is quite interesting. Because again, it just shows you this different side of him that you've never seen beforehand. It's an interesting, quite exquisitely done side of his character. Because again, he stood up for Shimada-san as well. So you see that he's not the same character we saw beforehand. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't change what he did beforehand, but still. Same thing with Kyoko. She can't get mad at him because look at the way he is. He's someone who doesn't have anything right now. He needs something, so that's probably why he clings so much to her. So, Kuma cooled a knife down, took a limited express train first thing in the morning, left Hakone behind him. President, could I have a word? What is it? When our staff came in to clean this morning, we found the room in a state. Kumakura, that bastard. This isn't funny. I see. So he kicked the wall in, huh? Kuma-chan sure is something. Of course, he'll be paying for all of the repairs, and he'll be getting a whopping permanently. Yeah, I'm surprised because people used to I actually will say something that actually is quite true. That actually, someone told me 2 days ago that they actually got a notification. I finished. That I actually uploaded a video after I finished streaming, which never happened beforehand. So I think YouTube's busted right now. I think something's happening with YouTube because it just seems a bit weird because no one's getting notifications anymore. So don't worry, not the only one. So I actually got told by someone else that they actually got notification afterwards. So I was like, well, that's no good, is it? Like, the fact that actually you got the notification after it's ended. Kind of like, okay. Alright, YouTube. Well, YouTube has also been unsubscribing people and actually giving other people plus 10,000 subscribers, actually kind of taking up 100,000 of someone else. It's a weird situation we're in right now. Good old YouTube's a bit dead, currently. That's why I have to say so many times on Twitter, oh, I'm live, because I don't think people actually kind of realise on YouTube that I'm actually live on I can't even say anything right now. I don't think people realise I'm actually live on YouTube, because it's a weird situation how YouTube works. So I don't know how you can actually change that. How you actually go to YouTube like, YouTube, you're not telling people that I'm going live, and it's actually it's hurt me slightly. I don't know. But alas, YouTube is that way inclined sometimes. Problem is, we just hit the end of we hit the last chapter as well, which is the kind of terrible thing. I think 50's next chapter, so it's the final one. I don't know. YouTube's a weird place. I'm gonna send him to every last Shaggy event that takes place on the roofs of the department stores during this scorching hot summer vacation. But honestly, kicking in the wall after you lose, that Kuma, so it did really frustrate him, huh? Of course, who wouldn't be frustrated after? Damn it! There we go. Frustrated after that. Chapter 49. End. I actually hate YouTube currently as well. I'm not the only one. I'm actually at the point that I'm actually kind of losing my mind with it sometimes because it just doesn't want to work most of the time. Like either my stream doesn't do anything, my stream dies halfway through, or something else like that. It's such a hit and miss situation right now. But the problem is there's no websites you can go towards that you actually can just do it on there because it's just a bit of a hit and miss. I don't know. YouTube's a weird place. Currently, it's a dumpster fire of a website. Like, it's just like, if you're doing all right on it, then I don't know how it's done, but congratulations, because everyone else just kind of gets stung most of the time. I think the same thing happens with JoJo as well. I don't think many people actually realize I'm live with JoJo, because he just doesn't tell anyone. I'm like, okay, thanks YouTube. I never know these things. I just sort of just have to kind of have to bite the bullet and just carry on, because otherwise there's just no point. I think one day everything just moved to Twitch and YouTube be dead, I think, because everything is currently moving over to Twitch. I actually have no idea what the actual stance is over there when it comes to copyright with certain things. Because certain websites are more lax than the others, and other ones are a bit more kind of anal about everything. This one's kind of alright because I don't have to say anything about manga, but anime, whew, no go. But I don't know. Chapter 50, June. Wow, they're huge. They're freaking enormous. Man, those shoes are... Whose shoes are these? Aren't they Kumakura's 9th Dan's? Yeah, I guess. He's in the preliminaries for the Kyu Championship today. What size do you think they are? Let's find out. Wow, 29.5 cm. They're seriously almost 30 centimeters. Now I understand how he was able to kick a hole in that hotel wall. These are really something else. There's no way you could fit these on a shoe rack. I never have that problem when it comes to shoes. I'm always a size 10 and that's it. I don't have big feet. I don't know what it's like to have big feet. I have terrible feet, that's what I always have. But I'm really surprised Kumakura's son, a man who's always cold like a rock, actually kicked in one of those hotel walls after losing a title match. I can't believe he was hiding such passion underneath that quiet demeanor. Oh, he just gets cooler and cooler. I want to kick through something too. Kengo's so cool. Oh my God. I'll get stronger if I put these on, right? I'll get closer to A class, right? That's the impression I get from these things. Maybe you will, like, get closer. What do you think? His feet are huge. So you think I can make A class now? Well, I can't say it looks balanced, but I like it. Sorry to put a damper on your fun, but gasp! Are you done with my shoes? Sorry. I'm so sorry, sir. Oh, man. Man, he's tall. So cool. Look at that torso. That's really not the body of a shogi player. Is it true that he's a fifth dan in judo? I heard he's got an invitation from K1. Ah, oh man, it's been 25 minutes already? Well, we only have 15 minutes. We're gonna miss our one and only lunch break. Hurry! Damn it, we've only got time for Rokaku soba on the corner. One thing I always wonder is it everyone that has that problem when it comes to notifications and streaming, or is it just like a certain amount of channels just kind of get it and certain channels don't get it? I don't know, because it just happens. I don't know, because it seems a bit weird. Because there's one channel I follow that does streams, and every single time they go live, I get a notification saying they've gone live, an email saying, "Hey, look, they've gone live," but I don't know. I always hear people say they don't ever get my notifications, so I always wonder, but is it just me, or is it everyone else kind of has the same problem? I don't know. The problem is you go to YouTube and ask them, "Oh yeah, by the way, no one's getting my notifications." They'll go, "Oh no, we're not doing anything. Why would we do that?" They'll kind of just brush it off and underneath some table and just leave it. Like, it's what they always do. So you never could actually go to them and ask them anything, because they're so, like, not very helpful. But I don't know. I had to kind of think of something. Well, it looks like we both cleared our first battle, huh? Nikaido Family Deluxe, 30 item, lightly seasoned, healthy Shokado Bento. The newcomer championship is for players 26 years old and under. There we are. Munch. Players 5 down and under compete in a championship with 42 total people, but munch, 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 munch. Whenever I see you eating, it's always something healthy and extravagant. Eating or talking, pick one. Listen, if we get 3 more wins each, we're in the finals. You and I won't have any games together in the rank matches this year. If we're going to face each other in an official match, no matter what it takes, I need you to survive. I have to survive? So you're utterly confident you can make it that far then? Listen, you've got to make it to the finals no matter what. That's where the legend of you and me begins, you know. I'll astound everyone and become amazing. And when they do a special feature program on TV, just like Project X, they'll intersperse it with monochrome freeze frames of the battle. I love Nikaido so much. Why is everyone so cool in this manga? Everyone's cool. I wish I had their cool. The fuck is that? What a really weird noise that was. At that point, Nikaido thought, I'll have narration that like that with it. I mean, you're already crying. Don't you think you're going a little too in-depth with this whole map for the future thing? The newcomer championship, huh? That really brings back memories. Gasp. But lad, you should save all that idle chit-chat till after you've beaten this old man. Come on. A pie in the sky may be appetizing, but a pie in your stomach would be out of this world. The truths in this manga. Yes, sir. We look forward to playing against you today. We're sorry for disturbing your meal. Why you did that? Why did you do that, Kiriyama? He got mad at me because of you, you know. That gentle old man. Oh, here we go. I haven't said his name before. Armito? Armito? I think is how you pronounce his name. Knife down. No matter how you look at it, that was quite clearly all your fault. Going on loudly about winning titles, becoming Meijin, and wanting to appear on MHK's top ranker. Kiriyama, you may always take that. I'm not going to get greedy, sort of air, and act like you're coolly looking down at everything else like a spectator, huh? But I know what the real deal is. You're probably thinking, well, if all goes well, I should basically be able to win it. That's what you're thinking about, becoming a newcomer king, right? What? Where did this come from? What? Even if you're not making a big fuss about the newcomer king, you're still thinking, yeah, of course, I'll get it. Or rather, regarding the age restriction, I don't have anything to worry about anytime soon. But, well, if I had to pick something to worry about, it's that I'll probably rank up in the classes soon and end up in 6th Dan. I'll end up in 6th Dan. So, I'll have to win soon, or I could lose my chance. But if it comes to that, there'll be plenty of other title matches, so I'll just need to work hard on those instead. Something along those lines, right? In your head. Excuse me, what's wrong with you? There's no way I'd think like that. Where would you get such crazy ideas? Jeez. Huh? What? Ah. Were you not aware of that, Kiriyama? Drives me crazy, that kid. My, it's because of that middle school prodigies. Sheesh, I'm offended. Is he turning bright red, that fool? That's Kiriyama. No matter how much of an arrogant fake herbivore shuggy player you are, I will never abandon you over such things. I wish I had a bro like that. We need more bros like Nikaido in real life. And that's because I am the one and only person who understands you, because I am your dear friend and rival. Hey, wait, I'm not done talking yet. Wow, this is so embarrassing. I'm the worst. My, he's really shaken up, lol. those are the fragile teens for you. Well, just leave him be, Nikaido. It's funny. Kiriyama, sheesh, Kiriyama. Even if you choose not to care, this place has always been a den of demons. The only ones here are strong-willed people with egos like balls of fire. Yes, cells of the here we go. This word always gets me. Fuku Daruma are gradually starting to go up through the word of mouth. It's really starting to take a hold. A specialty product of Sangatsu Cho. That's all thanks to you. Your Ji-chun is so happy. Oh man, it's been a long time. We're back. We're back to the nice times. Back to the good old days. On that note, wanna come up with another new confection with me? So next, we need a summary wagashi, huh? Something that has a refreshing appearance, and that goes well with chilled green tea. We need some katsubushi or niboshi, just a little, okay? Could you just maybe pet me once or twice? But when it comes to summer, you can't forget our staple, the Waterfront series that uses agar. That's right, staples are important. If we can just add a little bit of novelty to it, we'll all be set. Any ideas, Momo? My throat's gonna die. My throat's gonna die before I say that word. How about this? What do you like to see floating in ponds? What do you really like? Ducky-san. Ducks? Oh, that sounds good. So cute. That's my grandchild. But if people buy it as a souvenir and carry it around with them, the duck could fall off, could it not? Oh, it's persistent. It's a present that would never work. Then what if we embedded it? It kind of becomes one entity all of a sudden. That's kind of ominous, I mean. Momo, any other ideas? Like something that goes pluck into the water. Anything come to mind? Pluck into the water? A sandal. Don't cry, I'll buy you another. There. Momo's sandal fell. Did you say sandal? We have a prodigy on our hands. My grandchild is the greatest. Could this be a blessing from the god of Wagashi? Her senses are beyond original. They'll sell like mad. Will Mikazuki Do be alright? I'm not so sure about Oji-chan. Right, Hina? Hina, sorry I took so long. The bath is free. I'm so sorry to hear that. Man. Hope everything is going okay. Oh man, my throat's gonna die. There we are. Don't know why my throat yesterday had a feeling of, I don't know what the hell this pain is. I just don't know what happened, and then today it's sort of just gone away a slight bit. So I have no idea what's going on with me. I've had a really weird week. That's why I thought I'd read Sangatsu, because it's actually the perfect mood to read it. My bones have just died a little bit as well. Oh god. But I do hope everything is okay. The bath is free. What's wrong? You seem down. No, I'm fine really. Okay, Hina should get in the bath too. Be careful with the fire, okay? You're the last one, so make sure you put it out, okay? Okay, got it. Night. Good night. Now that I think of it, she didn't finish all of her dinner today. I wonder if something happened to Hina at school. Oh no! Oh no! We're getting to that arc, aren't we? The fabled arc that people tell me is really freaking depressing. Oh no. It's gonna sit down. What time is it actually? I'll say 20 past 4. Made it in good time. I'm gonna sit down for a long time and not get out of this position. I don't want to think about what's gonna happen next. I know Hina's arc's gonna be like freaking depressing. Holy moly! Like it's not already depressing as it is. It's probably gonna get like more depression. I'm probably gonna be like, I don't even freaking know at the end of this. I don't want to know what kind of state I'll be in. But yeah, okay. So let's talk about this bit. Talk about this. Actually, say the words for a little bit. So yeah. I mean, going back to what I said before about Gotor's son, I think is actually really freaking great. They actually are exploring Gotor's character a little bit more than, say, what we've seen so far, because what we've seen so far beforehand really does demonize his character to a point of no return. But now we've actually seen the ins and outs of his character ever so slightly, and now we actually kind of see why he might actually kind of keep Kyoko there. Granted, I think he doesn't want Kyoko there all the time. It kind of changes our perception on him slightly. Like, we don't technically like him to a point of no return. We're not that way inclined so far. We're not technically, yeah, he's actually pretty freaking cool, we love him now. No, we're not that yet. We're kind of just in the middle area. We're kind of just sitting here going, okay, so now we've got some information about him. We actually understand his situation. We don't technically feel that much hatred towards him, because now we actually understand he does have a compassionate side. A side that we haven't seen beforehand. Granted, it might only be for a short while, but at least it's there. At least we actually understand it's actually there. I think the same thing happened after he left the hospital as well, and how he actually kind of held on to Kyoko. Like, you can understand at that point that maybe him himself has not felt that compassion in a long time, and he just wants to hold on to someone and actually kind of felt that compassion. Granted, yes, Kyoko isn't kind of the top like candidate for that whole entire reason, but at the same time, there might just be some semblance of, like, I don't know, familiarity or something like that, like just common ground, because maybe they're just two characters that have not felt compassion for a long time, and kind of for that reason they're kind of very volatile. And maybe now, since we've seen that kind of compassionate side of Goto, we might see him change. We might see him become a bit more compassionate towards Kyoko, but at the same time, we don't want his compassion to go away for his own wife, because it's still an evident thing there. That's just, it's evidence. The evidence is right there. It shouldn't go away. But maybe, I think, say the words and my throat just dies. Maybe it's just like now he actually can feel a bit more at ease because Kyoko's there, but Kyoko technically isn't the greatest person in the world, don't get me wrong. Like, she isn't like the top candidate. But it's nice to have someone there just by your side actually kind of cling on to when things get tough. It's one of those things. It's actually quite like the fact it's actually exploring that whole entire, like, thing, like, really freaking great as well, because it's one of those things that's very hard to pull off. Very hard to pull off this whole entire idea of how to undemonize a character, because again, he's been very much demonized this whole entire manga, but now he's slightly less demonized, a bit more humanized. So you're kind of like, okay, I don't feel so much hated towards him. So good job on their part for actually really exploring that and actually kind of making it very feel genuine, because it's not like a contrasting image. It's not like wabam, it's like he just changed like out of nowhere. Because again, you imagine he would have a compassionate side, but just he doesn't show it. But now we actually seen it, it's actually kind of like, okay, we actually understand that a little bit more. Granted, yes, don't get me wrong, the way he explains it kind of doesn't lend itself well to a compassionate person, but you understand what he means. That's the other major thing, you understand what he means. And I like the whole entire idea, they actually do explore the actual, like, implications of losing and winning, the whole entire idea of how frustrating it actually can be, because look what happened with Kumakura afterwards, how frustrated he was, how he didn't realise everything was going on, and it just kicked the wall. And I also kind of didn't like the fact that she constantly just kind of panned back to Shimada. I was like, don't do that to me. Stop it, manga. I understand what you're trying to do, but just don't do it, because it's actually kind of depressing, because the whole entire thing rode on him winning. Now he's lost. It's just kind of, it's eating away at his soul. So yeah, all in all, this manga's doing a really freaking good job of exploring everything it needs to in a very, very eloquent way that not a lot of mangas do very well. So really good job on their part. I really do like this manga a lot. I think it's actually got everything down to a T that you just don't see a lot in other mangas. So really, I like it. So yeah, hopefully I'm actually be able to do this a bit more often. I do actually say that quite often, but hopefully I'm trying to like balance my schedule, because recently I've actually had like the worst couple of weeks. Like, just stuff just keeps on happening, and it's like, please just leave me be for a little while. I don't need this right now. So yeah, hopefully I actually can get back to a normal schedule, because yesterday, oh god, yesterday was an experience of a day. Like, yesterday was a horrible day, that's why I wasn't around. But yeah, hopefully as time goes on, I actually might be able to just kind of get back to normal schedule, because stuff's just getting a bit too real right now. So yes, if you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole, and you do leave a like, then do leave a like, because indeed it does help me quite a bit. If you have enjoyed what I do here, and you want to stay a little bit longer, then do leave a sub, because indeed it does help me quite a bit. But until next time, I shall see you guys later. Bye for now.